Fuck it, we'll do it live. Hello, everybody, and we should be live now. Yes, we are. So the Montreal Canadiens came out tonight to play Jets. Or sorry, not the Jets, the Calgary Flames, and we somehow beat them. I uh, I don't know how we did. It was a fairly back and forth game, but the Habs ultimately would end up taking it, and I'm here to review it as usual. But first, some comments. Conservative lawyer Caufield had a really good first game, in my opinion. He didn't get on the score sheet. Like I said, didn't get on the score sheet, but I thought he had a really solid game, in my opinion. Hey, Fazio, welcome back. Sons of Liberty, man. Matt Norton, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it, and thank you for being the second time around now. 500th subscriber to the channel. Thank you guys again so much for 500 subscribers. It means a lot. Harry, hopefully, Snakes on the Plane. Hopefully, win, loss, loss ends as well. I hope so. Hey, Blues about to win 2-0 against the Avs. Let's go, Darkness. Hey, TBI, what's up, bitches? How's it going, man? Peter, no, Romanov isn't. Romanov's not injured. We just had to put him on the taxi squad as kind of cap manipulation to get Caufield in the lineup. Hi, I'll be back out of the Sens game. There's 2-1. Hey, Lucas C, let's go, man. Let's go. Go Sens, go for you. Hey, Harry. Hey, hell yeah. Tap. Great win tonight. We absolutely needed this. Johnny Golden, thank you very much for coming by to. Thank you very much for coming by from Rick's stream. It means a lot, man. Sons of Liberty, Byron did not play tonight. Drought, Byron, and Romanoff were all out tonight. Type of open accuracy by the Habs, yeah. Oh, type of open net by the Habs. What do you mean, Matthew? How are we playing CC rest of the season? Enor Tab. Basically, we have to scratch Drouin. Well, you don't have to scratch Drouin and Byron, actually. They're just healthy scratches, I believe, right now. But basically, just keeping Romanoff scratched, apparently. Unless we want to waive Paul Byron again and get him on the taxi squad. In that case, it frees up a lot more cap. You could have both Caufield and Romanoff in the lineup if you wanted. Where am I? Sorry, I missed my. Oh, there we are. Do you do every team? No, Peter. I do just Habs right now. I do eventually want to get into doing not every team, but a few more teams. I want to cover some of the teams that I like. Maybe some Leafs, maybe some Knights, maybe some Islander stuff in the future. But right now, I am more of a mostly Canadians right now. Hamburger Man, Evan was phenomenal. Oh yeah, Hamburger Man, Evans was fantastic. I loved Evans' play tonight. I've really become a big Jake Evans fan this year, and I definitely think he's ready. He's ready to stay as our potential fourth line center. And I think when Stahl walks this summer, I think Evans is absolutely going to be our fourth line center next year. Fazio, I don't know if Galli's back. Actually, I haven't heard anything personally, but I mean that would be cool. Yeah, Matt Norton. I really liked Merrill and Gustafson together as well. I was really surprised by them, honestly. They had a few good chances. Merrill had a really solid. Merrill had a really good chance when he was left wide open and had a really good chance. But yeah, I really like Merrill and Gustafson together. As I love Romanoff. Don't know if you necessarily want to scratch Sherratt to get Romanoff back in. I probably would. Matter of fact, you could probably waive Sherratt. But yeah, I love absolutely really, really like Merrill and Gustafson as well. Oh, yep, of empty net accuracy. Yeah, we missed a lot, Matthew. I mean, type of open net accuracy by the Habs. Type of open net accuracy. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it. Yeah, we missed a lot, man. We missed a lot personally. Maple Leafs Media, thank you for subscribing to the channel, man. Greatly appreciate the subscription, man. It means a lot. Holy shit, my hair. I gotta fix my hair. I should have brushed it before stream. Fazio, I don't do play-by-play for two reasons. One, my TV is in my actual bedroom. This is my office, but it's in my actual bedroom, and I don't feel like either trying. Well, I don't feel like I'm not able to get it in my office without the whole thing probably just collapsing, and I don't think putting my computer in my bedroom would probably be the most beneficiary thing as of right now. Plus I still owe tape to tape a stream whenever I do, if I'm ever able to do that again, if I'm ever able to do that. Yeah, Tap Weber had a really solid game. Exactly, Peter. That's what I would do. Put Byron on the taxi squad, waive him, and keep Caufield and Romanoff in, and Evans. I can't. I already read that, Matthew. Hell yeah, Dan. Big win for the Canadians needed tonight, and they needed it for sure. Hey, TBI, thank you for updating me about the Sim League. If you guys want to join a new Sim League, if you guys are interested in a Sim League, it's basically if you guys have ever played the NHL games where it's franchise mode and you've controlled as a GM, you basically do that with 29 other people. It's pretty much a GM connected what it used to be, and we're doing it. I have one. If you want to join the Discord, it's in the description. You can join that. In there will be a link to a Sim League. I can actually probably repost it after stream. Carter Hart, how's it going, buddy? Thank you for coming by to the stream, man. Galley's ahead of schedule with his hand injury. I love hearing that, Nortap. I love hearing that Galley's ahead of schedule. Let's go. North Ender, thank you, man. Harry boy, what a game. Hell yeah. Definitely great game by the Montreal Canadiens, in my opinion. Galley's going to be back in the playoffs. Well, that's the thing, Peter. You can't say we don't have the cap. There's literally no cap in playoffs. You literally can have whoever you can. That's what Tampa's doing. They're going to have Stamkos and Kucherov back in the playoffs. Regular season, they'd be in cap hell. Playoffs, it's whatever. Did Marc Bergevin mess up the moves and cap this season? Lots of talk in Twitter sphere saying Bergevin totally mismanaged cap moves, calls. Of course they are, because Twitter hates Marc Bergevin because he's an actually good GM. I bet these are the same people saying that we should have just traded for Jack Eichel and should have included Kotkaniemi, Romanoff, and a first, and that would have been able enough to do it. These guys are the guys that play armchair GM all day, but if they were given the actual moves, they wouldn't want it. Like, come on. I don't know how Weber did in the last Fazio. The last few games, Weber's been kind of noticeable a few times. But yeah, tonight he had a really solid game, in my opinion. Yeah, Peter, I understand putting Romanoff with Merle. I think putting Romanoff with Weber maybe would be good. Looks like the Nucks lose tonight too. Let's go, North Ender. High quality. How's it going, man? Anderson is back to back to back up Campbell. Thank you. I read that wrong. Maple Leafs fan not welcome here, JK. Thank you, Matthew. And yeah, we'll definitely take the points. Hey, thank you, North. Harry looking dapper AF with the hair. Thank you. I assume you meant it with the mohawk. I don't think you meant it with the side, but thank you, man. Nucks lose. Let's go. Hey, Knights and Habs fan, thank you for coming by. As long as you continue doing Habs. Oh, Peter, I'm absolutely doing Habs, man. Thank you for coming by, man. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, Kate, how's it going, man? Yes, everyone joined. Hey, thank you, Fazio. I appreciate it. Oh, my God. I got so many comments to read, and we haven't even gotten to the game. I love this. Hurricanes, auto-select Marco Omen. Thank you, TBI. If you could just put that in my DMs, I'll check it after stream. I hope my draft picks don't come up when I'm at school tomorrow, Keck W. Well, Sons of Liberty, if you send me a draft list, then you can do that. Yeah, Galley's return is inevitable. You guys better watch out, man. I'm not being cocky, but you guys are definitely going to have to watch for Galley. You guys don't have your Galley. We might have ours. That's going to spell disaster. Not disaster, but that could definitely be trouble for the Maple Leafs. Like, obviously, I'm not being cocky, but it could spell trouble. Luna, how's it going? Thank you for coming by. Hey, Harry, know you and Nolan Hockey podcast know each other collab. Hey, Matthew, see, I'm down to collab with him in some type of video or a stream. Honestly, I love that. I'd love to collab with him. I watch some of his content. He's great. And yeah, if ever he wants, like, I'm down to collab. Like, as long as it's not like a play-by-play stream, which I know he's told me he has no interest in doing right now, but yeah, if it's like for like a post game thing, I know he said if I start using StreamYard or whatever, he'd want to come on for sure, and I definitely would love to have people like him come on. But if it's for like a video, I definitely would love to. I have a few collabs kind of in the work, but yeah, you're smart. You know your hockey and Habs. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot that you would say that. Appreciate it. Response to Bergevin messing up. We did have to play Gustafsson, but that's the thing, Paul. We did have to play Gustafsson as a forward. But technically as a forward. He was actually listed as a forward, but he was playing defense. He was just listed as a forward. Like, sure, it's limitations imposed by Bergevin's move, but think about it this way, Paul. Would you rather have the 2018 Montreal Canadiens where they barely even have a top 9 and keep rotating guys and see if someone sticks? Or would you rather be what the Canadiens are now, where we have a lot of good depth that can step up when needed? And you know, sorry, let me gather my thoughts. Would you rather have those Canadiens or this year's Canadiens where we have a lot of really solid depth that can step up at times and is playing really, really well, and just have to scratch guys because of cap. I'd rather have this year's Canadiens where we just have to scratch guys like Drouin and Byron to get guys like Caufield and Romanov, for example, in. And yeah, I'd love to see. I'd love to see more moves like that from Bergevin. Obviously not putting us in cap hell, but just stuff like this. Because keep in mind, we're losing guys like Gustafsson. We're losing Gustafsson, Merrill, and Stahl. To me, at least 100% in the offseason. And keep in mind, we have cap right now. We're gonna have cap right now going into next season to re-sign guys like Philip Deneau, if we want to, Tomas Tatar, Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Jake Allen just took a $3 million pay cut, so Seattle somehow doesn't acquire him in the expansion draft. We're actually gaining $3 million in cap right now by keeping him. Northander, Bergevin or Bergie is a beast. I only trade that was an exclamation mark, not I. Only trade he ever lost was Drouin, and it's that trade, and that trade's too easy to blame him. In hindsight, exactly, Northander. You're right, Harry. Some fans are not worth an argument. Thank you, Northander. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, like the only trade that like Bergevin, it's like, yeah, he lost was that Drouin trade. Like I did last video. If you guys go to the last like half hour, I did kind of a quick analysis of Bergevin's trades. And I said he lost 2 trades recently, those being the Merrill and Gustafsson trade. Or I said we won those immediately. No, there was a few trades that I said we lost, but only because we don't know who the players that we end up drafting turn into. Like, for example, the Shaw trade, I said we win because Jan Misek was drafted by us. And by the way, guys, can we get a hashtag thank you Shaw in the chat, boys? Can we get a hashtag thank you Shaw for Andrew Shaw, who just retired today, actually. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, like there were a few trades that said Bergeron lost, but only because, like I said, because they're draft picks for this year's draft and beyond that we don't know who they turn into. So yeah. It was a good series last year, but the better team won. Yeah. Carter Hart, man, definitely a great series. If 60% of the Flyers' goals hadn't gone off Habs defenseman, who knows what that series is? Hey, Jeff, how's it going, man? Harry, the Mohawk gave us luck tonight. Keep it that way. Not. Thank you, Tap. I appreciate it, man. I'll try to. I gotta like keep brushing it. I actually should probably get it cut a little bit because it's like this. So I should probably try and just like get it cut a little shorter. I feel bad for Romanov has to sit out because of 2 rookies. Yeah, Fazio. Knights and Habs fan. Really, there's a price update. Lucas C. Detroit's blockbuster today, trading Datsuk and Zetterberg. That was nuts. Liked both of y'all's contents. You should make more NHL. Yeah, Matthew. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'd love to do NHL 21 content. The only thing for me, my PlayStation 4 is actually broken. I can't make NHL 21 content. I'd love to. But if you like NHL video game content, I'm going to have NHL Awake content coming soon because of the Sim League. I'm going to be posting every game. What'd you think of Jack Todd's article saying Bergevin jumped the gun? I didn't read it, Paul. I actually didn't read the article. But just going off what you just told me, I think probably he did. But I mean, it was kind of, I don't want to say necessary, but I definitely think it was definitely something that I think Bergevin did because we were in the skid, because we started the season 4-2. I think that's probably why. I think that's probably why that Bergevin did fire Julian. I think it was going to be done eventually anyways. I think whether it was this season or in the offseason, I think Claude Julien was going to be done as Montreal Canadiens head coach, honestly. Exactly, Fagio. Byron's a wild card. One game he plays garbage, and another he plays phenomenally on the first line. Fagio, who'd be Gallagher. Not sure if it's an either-or proposition regarding 2018 versus 2021 Habs. Bergevin's moves have been questionable at best. Gustafsson dressing as 7th defenseman because of limitations. Romanov has to be sent down. I mean, Paul, that's for me. I don't see an issue with it because Merrill's been playing decent. I thought he had a good game tonight. Gustafsson, I thought, had a really solid game tonight. Or last game. Tonight, he was in a little meh. So yeah, I probably would have dressed Romanov instead of Gustafsson. Sorry. But you got to think, what did we give up to get these guys? Gustafsson, we gave up only a 7th, and at 50% retention as well, I'm pretty sure. Merrill, we gave up Hayden Verbeek, and I think a 5th. So I like the Canadian. I like Bergevin's moves. It's just that because of the cap space, they aren't looking the best. Yeah, Knights fan. I love Brett Kulak. I would hate to see him go to Seattle, but I'd absolutely understand if they take him. Hey, Matthew, let's go. John held the blanket, so we won. Let's go. Leo, I agree, man. Kulak is so over. I thought you said underrated. Kulak is so overrated. Leo, really? I don't know if you put that. Damn, really? Wow. So Leo, why do you think Kulak is overrated, man? I'd love to hear that. Not sure what we have now is an upgrade on Kulak and Romanov. I mean, Paul, we did only allow one goal, and we won tonight with Gustafsson and Merrill in the lineup and Kulak and Romanov out. So who knows? Yeah, Fazio. Unfortunately, Andrew Shaw did have to retire today, 29 years old, due to concussions. Yeah. Yeah, Leo for sure. Poor Shawzy, but respect definitely. Prioritizing his long-term health over making a couple more million, big sacrifice, definitely. I mean, dude's kind of done it all. He's won 2 cups. He's scored a soccer goal in the playoffs. He's done it all. He put his body out there, and mad respect to Andrew Shaw for sure. Absolutely, Pablo. We're unbeaten with Caufield in the lineup. So underrated. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. Playoff lines: Tatar, Dano, Galley, Caufield, Koki, and Emmy Anderson, Toffoli, Suzuki, Perry, Duran, Lehkonen, Armia, and Stahl. Evans is the healthy scratches. I mean, Hamburger Man, I like those lines. I just don't know who that fourth line center would be. I'd assume Duran since he takes faceoffs. Personally, I'd take Lehkonen out and put Evans there. I know Lehkonen's a really important PK guy, but I love Evans too much. I really like Jake Evans' game. Fazio, I'm not in tape to tape, actually. I'm not in tape to tape. Canucks may have lost, but I don't give a fuck. Hey, Uli Levy goal. Let's go. You should do live commentary for the Habs like HGH. Matthew, I actually did that for the Bruins games last year. Was it last season? I think it was last season. I kind of liked it. It's just for me, I'm not great at it. And as I mentioned earlier, I can't get my TV in here. I don't use streams because my Wi-Fi is garbage, so I can't do that, unfortunately. But I definitely would love to. Oilers are winning with Mad Mike Smith and net. Let's go, Clifford. Hey, Clifford. By the way, how's it going, man? We just let Alex Chason score. Exactly, Jeff. Romanoff is waiver exempt. Why did we just put Juan? Yeah, Tap, like Jeff just said, Romanoff is waiver exempt. I mean, Byron, I understand no one would claim it anyways. And as much as people shit on Drouin, 100% a team would have taken Jonathan Drouin on waivers. Oh, we don't have. Okay, let's go. Just like how Toffoli and Anderson questionable at best. What do you mean, Luca? Jack Todd is a very opinionated reporter. Most of the time is way off base. Really, Tap. People call him underrated so much that the expectation is that he's our second best defenseman according to most of the fan base. He's a decent third pairing too. I understand what you mean, Leo. I definitely see a lot of people saying that he was underrated. So now it's like kind of people are trying to overcompensate and say he's not say he's overrated, but he was underrated. Now people are trying to overcompensate. Like James Rolfe said, I forget what exactly he said in what regards to, but you need like an even balance. You need an even balance of people saying like, yeah, he's a good guy. Like I think he could be a decent top 4 option for some teams, but yeah, he's a third pairing 2-way guy. Unfortunately, it seems like, and he's get off my lawn cranky. But Todd is not wrong in this. Really, Paul, I'm surprised you think so. Shaw, one of the best. Yeah, exactly, Fazio. I think we were talking about the same one. All good. Just mention your thoughts on plays. Well, Matthew, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like hearing my thoughts, man. It means a lot that I have 22 people currently in the chat that people like hearing my thoughts on the games. Vancouver's just missed the playoffs with that loss. Really nice in Habs fan. Toffoli 26 goals make $4 million. I guess we can just offer. Yeah, Hamburger Man. I mean, that's the thing. For me, I don't see why you could say, oh, Tatar and Dano make $2 million. Tatar is second in on the team in points. Dano, in my opinion, I do think he is worth maybe 4.5. He's a great 2-way guy, great defensively. Great defensive guy, and I really like Philip Dano. I think it'd be a shame if we let him go. Edmonton's up 2-1. Jesus, who are they up against? The Jets? No, yeah, Jets, right? Montreal Canadiens game winning the regular season, but just Montreal Canadiens game winning the regular build-up. I mean, Carter Hart. Fazio headbutt goal was legendary, man. So I was posturing. Oh, thank you, Luke. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, exactly. Like. Yeah, it's Toffoli and Anderson questionable. Like that is definitely a big yikes. Does Edmonton finish first? Paul, I don't think so. I think Toronto has that first seed on lock, in my opinion. Hey, Harry, bro, what a fucking game. I was so yeah, Gabriel, man. I was nervous as well, man. I was extremely nervous at the end of the game. Like in the final 3 minutes, I was just like, oh God, please don't score, please don't score, please don't score, please don't score. And thankfully they didn't. Oh, rip Faggio. You got fired in tape to tape sim league, rip. One more Flames loss. They missed the playoffs. Really Knights and Habs fan. Oh yeah, I did hear that actually. I heard that, oh, the Flames can only afford to lose one more if they lose tonight. I did hear that on the TSN feed. Yeah, Weber's making that. Well, I mean, Matthew C, you can't really blame that on Bergevin because for me, you got to keep in mind the Weber contract was signed to be god awful in its final years. Like around this time is when, not around this time, in 2013, the contract was signed. So at this point in the contract, it would be bad. It would be god awful. And so yeah, I mean, Weber's not even making $9 million. I think it's 7.5. Sorry. There you go. I think it's like $6.5 or $7 million. So yeah, I mean, Perry making less than $1 million, but that's the thing, Matthew, is people didn't expect Perry to bring his playoff form to the regular season for us. And plus he's been on a bit of a skid the last, I'd say 3 or 4 games, but before that he was looking really solid. Perry got paid less than $1 million. Yeah, Matthew, see, it's a joke. Yeah, I get what you mean, but yeah, still like because there's some people that are saying, wow, how did Bergevin give Weber $9 million and then Perry less than $1 million? There's actually people that will say that, and I don't know why. Hey, Faggio, yeah, it sucks they're facing the Jets, man. Good game by Merrill and Gustafsson together. I can see why Bergevin brought both of them in there. They complement each other while Merrill stay at home and Gustafsson is exactly as the offensive duties. I really like that. Would you do a Byron for Gostisbehere type trade? Philly retains $800K. Habs maybe offer a pick. We give him a shot. Gustafsson has improved, so Ghost could end up being the puck moving D. Darwin, I'd like to see that, honestly. I mean, with the rumors that apparently we wanted Tony DeAngelo at the trade deadline, we apparently wanted to acquire DeAngelo, or apparently the Rangers wanted to buy out DeAngelo and we would sign him for the rest of the year. Like to a contract that would accommodate the rest of the money that he was going to lose for this year. I think we maybe go after Tony D in the offseason. I don't think we would need to do Byron for Gustafsson. Honestly, I think it would work getting Gustafsson. I do think we might go after Tony DeAngelo because Tony DeAngelo did have a 60-point season. I think him and Gustafsson had their 60-point seasons in the same year, right? So for me, I do think Gustafsson or either Gostisbehere or DeAngelo, whoever we get, I think would be great. Mark Bergevin's still a lot more than... Yeah, exactly, Matthew C. Exactly. Weber makes 7.8. Thank you, conservative lawyer. I think Canucks will only be out of it if they lose the next game too. Then the Calgary games at the end of the year will decide it. Damn, thank you, Clifford. This game was insanely important for us, but we're not in playoffs for sure. That is true, Gabriel. They are against the Canucks, but that's the thing. How have the Flames done against the Canucks this year? Because if they're like 0-5, for example, somehow, then like it's in favor of us. If they're like 5-0, then obviously it's in favor of them. But like, I don't know. I don't know how they'll favor season record up to this point and how both teams play. Exactly, Pablo. Hopefully they split the series. Yeah, Gustafsson and Merrill played together tonight. Luna, I really like that as well. I really liked how Gustafsson and Merrill played. Didn't really make any big mistakes. They did make Gustafsson made one mistake that I'm going to get to, but overall nothing major that would end up costing us any goals. So the opening lines for the Canadiens, and I just realized I forgot to get the opening lines for the Flames. I shall go and do that right now. I'm going to do it on stream because I actually forgot to during the game. I don't know how. I was in such a rush before the game because I only saw the lines that we posted like 5 minutes before the game was supposed to start. If Montreal doesn't make the playoffs, I dare to eat 2 bowls of rice. Faggio. It's tempting because I want us to make the playoffs, but I don't know about that. Flames have won most of the games, but 2 of them the Canucks played so well they could have won, but did. Sorry. Thank you, Clifford. I appreciate it. Honestly, I feel like that could be a decent thing. I feel like that could be decent, honestly. The Sherratt-Weber pair could debatably be blown up. Romanoff in for Ben based on performance this year. Yeah, Luca, I've loved how Romanoff has played when he's in the lineup, which has been a majority of the year. I love Romanoff's style of play. As I think it was TS mentioned, he's very old school. I love that he hits cleanly, doesn't deliver old school Scott Stevens headshots and somehow no penalty. But I love that he delivers. Clean old school style hits. I really like the kid's play. He's got a really good shot. Just sucks that he doesn't use it that much because Dom Ducharme clearly doesn't love offense. I hate that they face off 4 more times because both teams. Yeah, Gabriel. If one team sweeps the other in those final 4 games, they could catch up. I think we just have to win a few more games. We have to beat the Leafs on Monday, or not Monday, Wednesday. We have to beat the Jets on Friday. 2 of those games, I'd hope for both. Might be the Jets. Leafs gonna give us a hard time for sure, but I think the Jets. We've played really good against the Jets this year. I think we have a better chance on them personally. That's not a bad thought. I mean, you move Byron, you get Ghost, and maybe maybe Seattle takes Sherratt or Kulak over Allen. Man, that'd be solid. Sorry. Since your name is literally Harry Rice, Fazio, I've actually never had rice. I've never actually tried rice in my life. Funny enough. So the opening lines for the Canadiens were Tatar, Deneau, and Cole Caufield, who would make his NHL debut tonight. Toffoli, Suzuki, Armia, Anderson, Kotkaniemi, Perry, Lehkonen, Evans, Stahl. I want to bring up Caufield, by the way, would be wearing number 22. Sherratt, Weber, Edmondson, Petrie, and Gustafsson Merrill would be your defenseman, as Romanov was sent down to the taxi squad, and Paul Byron and Jonathan Drought would both be healthy scratches tonight. Jake Allen would get the start, and Caden Primo will back him up on apparently emergency status. I assume that was just a way to maybe get around his cap hit. I'm not sure exactly what that would be, but or not exactly sure if that's what it was or if it was just let's have some fun with this or what it was. But Primo would back him up on emergency status. I love Romanov, but we've seen him with Weber before, and it didn't work out that well. I agree Weber and Sherratt need to be broken up, though. Yeah, Luna. I don't remember much of Romanov and Weber, which might be a testament to how well they played together or how well they didn't play together. How not well they played together, I should say. So yeah, if they didn't play well together, then yeah, I definitely think that Weber Sherratt need to be broken up. I agree. Yeah, if it's not Romanov going up there, I don't know who you put there. I'd say Mete, but we kind of got rid of Mete. Yeah, if we match up with the Flames round 1, Romanov might be better due to his mobility. Yeah, Luca, not only that, but also he hits. He could end up countering Wayne Simmons, who hits, Joe Thornton, who's kind of a hitter, Zach Hyman, even though I'd argue Gallagher is more of Hyman is more of a Gallagher-esque player, so those guys would kind of match up. Plus, he'd kind of match with Zach Bogosian if he's back in town for the playoffs, which, by the way, I hope he is. Even though I'm a Habs fan, I hope Zach Bogosian is back. Don't like when players get hurt super long term like that. You can call me Cliff. Everyone else does. All right, Cliff Burton, I will call you Cliff. Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. Hey, Harry, I'll be back 10 minutes. All right, Gabriel, no problem. The opening lineups for the Flames, as far as dailyfaceoff.com is concerned, were Gaudreau, Monahan, Mangiapane, Kachuk, Lindholm, Dubé, Lucic, Backlund, Ritchie, and Nordstrom, Ryan Robinson as the forward lines. Giordano, Tanev, Valimaki, Stone, and Nestorov, Anderson would be defense, as Noah Hannafin is out for the season. He delivered a hit on Corey Perry last game, would end up leaving, and he is unfortunately out for the rest of I believe they said the regular season, if the Flames make it back, and I believe they said he would be back for the playoffs. Jacob Markstrom would be back in net, and Louis Domingue would back him up because why not? Gustafsson with Weber, Romanov with Merrill. I could see that, Luca. I think that'd be interesting. I mean, like I said, Gustafsson with Weber. Gustafsson's the offensive forward. Weber plays more of a defensive game. Romanov, more of a hitter, kind of fairly offensive, and Merrill to stay at home. I would like that, Luca. It's just I like Gustafsson and Merrill playing together, so I don't know if I'd want to separate those guys. Pretty much Ben's first game gone from his injury. I'm pretty sure they paired. When Sherratt got here, I was like, who's Ben? And I was like, I was about to say, Ben Sherratt. There you go. I was about to ask, wait, who's Ben? It's kind of Sherratt. Thank you, Luna. They paired Weber with Romanov. It was awful. Maybe not. Yeah, Luna, maybe it could be better because Weber had a good game, I think. For me, though, if it wasn't great then, I don't know if I'd want to put them together. Thomas Larson is a habit. It's not an auto. Let's go TBI. I kind of had a feeling that Clutchy would choose. Clutchy's always really good with choosing his picks, in my opinion. In the leagues, even if they're like bad picks, like he always does good in my opinion. And he always makes an effort to be there to choose for himself. I really like that about him. Sherratt almost got a delay. I did see the Angry Man. It was like 40-something seconds left or like a minute and a half. Sherratt almost got that delay game. As inconsistent as Reddick is, as Demang is, could you imagine if Markstrom gets injured in the Demang somehow pulls a bubble Demko? That'd be nuts, honestly. Ben and I are very close. Oh, really, Luca? How's that? We team up, do a podcast, Habs? Hey, Dan, that'd be sick, man. Let's go. I missed the second and 95% of the third because I had to help bring a treadmill to my grandma's house, but it didn't fit. Then get the treadmill from there, but it wasn't small enough to get out of the Jesus, Habs. That sounds like a nightmare, dude. Hopefully you guys got inside and your grandma doesn't have to go outside to work with, or doesn't have to go outside to go on the treadmill with all the bees and whatnot outside. The Major name here, Fagio. I have no clue, man. Honestly, I have no clue. Get some sleep. Dan, I will definitely try and get some sleep in the future. What's your thoughts on Weiss saying Bouchard's a bad coach? For me, I don't see it. Yeah, Anya, man, I don't see it either, man. I mean, did Dale Weiss ever play under Joel Bouchard? Did he ever play under the guy? Does he know the guy? Like, how can he say Bouchard is a bad coach? Not only because of how well the Rockets are doing, but how well he seems to be coaching this team, in my opinion, or the Rocket. Great day, great game. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate it, man. And definitely a great game. And so I put before the game, holy shit, Cole Caufield to make his NHL debut tonight. I was genuinely so happy. Actually, Kate Berry, who I don't know if she's still in the chat, sent me a screenshot from those Wisconsin hockey or the Wisconsin Badgers Twitter that was saying, as per Montreal Canadiens, Cole Caufield will make his debut in the lineup tonight or something like that. And I was genuinely just like, holy shit, this is actually going to happen. Cole Caufield was going to play, and he would end up playing. It wasn't a bait and switch by Ducharme. Number 22, that guy seems like a good player. Wonder if he's anyone important. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah, the guy he's kind of he was a late round draft pick, Mr. Caufield. I think he's going to do good. He did play for him. You should watch that show. I did not know that, Sean, that he did play for Bouchard. I don't know about watching Habs tonight. I'm not too big of a fan of them right now. Habs seems like a player's coach. You've seen him after Hillis. I did not see that, actually, Habs. I don't watch Rocket hockey, unfortunately, because the TV that we have right now, with its Bell, doesn't have RDS for some reason. Otherwise, if it did, I'd absolutely be watching the Rocket games, unless they were on the same night as Habs games. In that case, no. I'd record them probably, actually. But yeah, if Bouchard seems like a player's coach, that's dope. Dale Weiss has been quite douchey on that Habs Tonight podcast. A lot of respect for him. Wants to still be relevant, but he's digging a hole. Yeah, Paul, honestly, that's not good. Like, I like Dale Weiss because he's a former Canadian, but just if he seems to be doing that, like, I mean, hey, there's a reason the dude didn't get signed to an NHL contract after last season. So I think that should spell the end of his career, honestly. I just saw their Twitter. Hey, let's go, Habs. Thank you, TBI. Hashtag fuck Bell in the chat, boys. Yeah, Cole Caufield. Yeah, no points before shots on net. That was really good. I thought Caufield had a really solid game overall. Didn't get a point like you guys said, but I think he played really solid. Caufield started this game with Tano and Tatar. Surprised by this choice, actually. You may get your wish on Wall. I did, Anya, man. I did see the rumors of a potential return. That Patrick Wall, guys, has apparently hired an agent to come into the NHL as a head coach or a GM. I believe they said he wants to do one of the two. That's interesting. And if Patrick Waugh, I would honestly be surprised if Bergevin at least doesn't interview Patrick Waugh for the head coaching job. Like I think he's gonna at least give him a interview. But I'd love to see Patrick Waugh behind the bench of the Canadiens as a head coach. I think it'd be incredible in my opinion. I'd love to see that. When I hear the name Tatar, I always think of what I put on my fish and chips. Let's go, Cliff. Big hype. Habs tonight's overrated, kind of clickbait. Yeah, Habs. I actually saw a few Habs tonight clips because I was like, okay, I don't really care for them, but let me try and watch a few clips. I'd click on a few videos on to watch them, and I was just like, oh, this isn't really anything. Like, there was one I was watching recently. It was like, oh, what did Brennan Prust was blackballed for this or something like that. And I was like, okay, let's watch this. It's Brennan Prust, why not? And they were talking about, or not Brennan Prust, it was or might have been Prust actually, it was someone. But I was watching, I was like, really? Like, that's it? And then Prust was like, the ref was saying I was gonna get blackballed for this. I was like, no, he didn't. Come on, fucking Prust. Like, I love that they get like, Don Cherry and Tomas Plekanec. I love that they get these guys on there. But yeah, I really don't like Habs tonight, honestly. Plus, if Jeff is still in here, him and Rick told me something about Habs tonight that just not great at all, man. Not really great. I'm wearing my Carey Price reverse retro. Hey, let's go, damn big hype. If Price is healthy, who's your starter for playoffs? Paul. I think Price. I think I like, as much as I don't like Price in the regular season this year, Price in the playoffs turns it up to another level. Like, in my opinion, like, even if Price was having the worst season of his career, say 855 save percentage, 4.25 goals against average somehow in the regular season, let's just say somehow that bad, in the playoffs, he could still come out and have like a 953 save percentage and a 1.23 goals against average somehow. Price is just a different beast in the playoffs, in my opinion. And I think he's probably your starter for at least the first 2 games. I agree. Yeah, Hamburger Man. Thank you. Johnny Golden, Habs 22. John Ferguson's old number. Hey, let's go. I know Price can turn it up in playoffs, but Allen deserves to get starts as well. Yeah, Pablo. Allen has definitely been fantastic, but for me, I think you kind of have to go with Carey Price. I love Jake Allen. He's phenomenal in the playoffs. But Carey Price, I feel like you just have to go for him a little bit. What about the crazy scenario about Habs being the Habs GM? Habs Guru, I don't think I see it. I think the only way Bergevin gets fired this year is if at this point, if we still miss the playoffs after winning tonight, if we miss the playoffs, that's the only way I see Bergevin getting fired. And in that case, Waugh being the Habs GM, I think could be lucky. I think could happen. I think Waugh being the Habs GM could happen, but I think it's more likely that regardless on if we make the playoffs or if we don't, I think Waugh being the Habs head coach next year, I'd put it maybe I'd probably bet on it. I'd probably bet $50, for example, if I had the money. I'd bet $50 that Waugh's the Habs GM next year, honestly. What do you think of hiring Patrick Waugh for coach? Dan, like I said, I love it. I'd love for the Montreal Canadiens to at least interview Patrick Waugh. Like, even if they don't hire him, I'd like if they just interviewed him, gave him a chance at least. But I'd love for us to hire Patrick Waugh. He come back to the place where he started all, won his first 2 Stanley Cup rings that he still has plugged in his ears all these years later. Bar down reference. But I'd love to get Patrick Waugh as a head coach. I think he'd be kind of a player's coach. He'd demand 100% from his players all the time, and I'd love that. He'd stick up for the players. And I think Patrick Waugh giving another chance, because he was not really given that great of a team in Colorado, unfortunately at the time, which I would love to see him win a cup as a head coach in Colorado. But I'd love to see Waugh win another cup in Montreal. I'd love to get Patrick Waugh as head coach. Can we get some Toffoli? Yeah, big Toffoli love in the chat. Dude was phenomenal. 4-game goal streak now. What a beast. What were you told, Harry? Tap. I don't know if I can say it. I'll ask Rick and Jeff next time I talk to them privately. It's just I don't want to reveal it and then have them, like, next time I'm talking with them, be like, oh, you shouldn't have told your viewers this. Like just to be cautious, because just be cautious. I remember when some of the American announcers used to call him Patrick Roy, not Patrick Waugh. Yeah, Patrick Roy. And Roy makes the save. Yeah. Like, there was someone, I forget who, but someone I knew, or a YouTuber I watched, like, they were talking and they were talking with their dad, and they're like, oh, I don't care. Whoa, holy shit. There's a mouse. Okay. There was a mouse there. But he would say that, my dad would always call him Patrick Roy no matter what. And so, like, I think it was because they were a Colorado Avalanche fan, and they were saying, oh, he's on the American team. His name is Patrick Roy now, or something like that. And I always remembered that for some reason. I forget who it is, though. I have 16 money. That's the only hint I can give you. Money. You got to start with Price, but thankfully, yeah, exactly, Luna. We definitely got to start Price. But if something happens, if Price, knock on wood, gets injured, or if he's just not playing great, then you get Jake Allen to start, which is not that bad of an option either. Guy Boucher, Patrick Waugh, and Jules Bouchard could be the options. Yeah, Hamburger Man. I'd put Gerard Gallant in there just because he sounds French, even if he doesn't speak French. Keep in mind, I'm going off of, we have to hire someone who sounds or looks French. I still think Gerard Gallant would be a great option. I love Gerard Gallant's style of coaching. I think he'd be fantastic. Waugh for defending the players and wanting 100% from his players. Guy Boucher for probably winning with the trap. And Joel Bouchard because he seems like the players coach. He seems like a players coach. Mario Tremblay could be his assistant coach, potentially. If somehow Mario Tremblay and Patrick Waugh could make up, who knows? Maybe bring Mario Tremblay back as well. See how much of a shit show that turns into. Nick Ehlers, out for the rest of the season from the Muslin hit, Paul. I did see that. That is very unfortunate. As even if I'm not like a full-on fan of the Jets, that sucks to see. And best of luck to Nick Ehlers. Hopefully he recovers soon enough, man. I would want to send you, hey, Dan, join the Discord. It's free. All you got to do is just put your email, put a username, put a password, and then boom, you got a Discord. If you want to join the Discord, send it to me on there if you want. Got this beer. Let's go with TBI. I'm buying a Toffoli jerseys. Not buying a Toffoli jerseys. Habs Guru, let's go. Yeah, got to be one of Bergevin's best deals. Like, Jesus. Potential 30-goal scorer for $4 million. Like, I don't think he's going to score 30 goals every year, as awesome as that would be. But, like, still, like, even just for this 1 year of 30 goals from Toffoli, most likely 30 goals, potentially. Actually, he's got to get 4 goals or 5 goals in 9 games. I don't know if that's going to happen. But potential 30-goal scorer this year, that's definitely nuts. Like, even if he scores only 20 per year, like, that's still 20 goals for only $4 million. Like, that's really good. Habs had 10 icings tonight. Jesus, Paul. And 4 of those were on the empty net, I think. They could get him an interpreter. Yeah, exactly, Cliff. I definitely think they could get Gerard Gallant, or if they hire an English coach and interpreter, I think that'd just be the easiest thing to do. Caufield had a good chance less than a minute into the game. Really, really good shot. I predicted Toffoli to get 35 in a full year. Yeah, Habs. I think Toffoli's blended in well. I think if he keeps playing the way he's played this year, I think next year he could definitely score 35. I definitely think he has what it takes. Part of Toffoli's good deal is him wanting to come here but not trying to take. Yeah, exactly, Pablo. Like, Toffoli seems like one of those guys where it's like he knows his worth, but he'll take a pay cut. I feel like a few teams probably would have offered him 5.5, but he wanted to come to Montreal and took that bit of a pay cut. And in my opinion, I said this from last year's offseason. I'm saying it again. I think Bergevin needs to start thinking more like Boston, and I think he was last year with signing guys like Toffoli and Perry, and that, you know, you need to have the mentality of, hey, you need to give your players the mentality of, hey, if you want to win a cup, you'll take a pay cut and stay here. And if you want to get paid, you go elsewhere. If you want to win a cup, you'll come to Montreal, or you'll stay with us and take a pay cut, you know? Like, I think that's what we're going to I think that's what we're going to start, or I hope we could start giving our players that, you know, like guys like Tatar and Dano, like, hey, if you guys want to stay here, you're taking pay cuts because you have the potential to win a Stanley Cup with us. You know, I definitely think that'd be the case. I mean, Boston deserves it more because they have actually won a Stanley Cup in the last 10 years and gone to a cup final in the last 4 years. I'll just say last 4 years just because we're last 3 years actually. 2 years actually, 2019. So I'll say last 2 years because it's more impressive. But yeah, I'd love to see. What Bergevin starts doing with his pending UFAs and RFAs and Toffoli and guys like that. I already read that. If Toffoli had Vancouver right now, these standings could be a different story. Exactly, Hamburger Man. They really could be, man. Like, who knows if we're in the playoffs if we don't have Toffoli? Who knows if Vancouver potentially is top 2 in the league, or in the division if they have Toffoli, you know? Like, one guy could change the whole thing. If the Canucks still have Tanev and Toffoli, yeah, Soviet Union, I definitely think it'd be top 3. Tanev was a fantastic piece of their blue line. Toffoli, great goal scorer. Definitely think he had what it takes. Coach for Habs next year, oh, God, please not fucking Bruce Boudreau. If we hire Bruce Boudreau, I'd be ready to choke a 3-2 series lead because Bruce Boudreau. Patrick Waugh, Gerard Gallant. Who's Michel? Habs. Michel Therrien? Thank you, Jim. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Habs. Thank you, Jim Benning. Hey, Jack Olsen, you like the cut, G? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. 10th time in the last 12 games, Habs scored 2 or fewer goals. Jesus, Paul. The reason why Habs GM and coach have to know French, really, the Montreal government Habs. I didn't know that. Yo, Harry, Caufield got his feet wet. Hell yeah, Randy. My opinion, played really good. Played really good tonight. But Randy, how's it going, man? How'd you like tonight's game? McDavid's on pace for a 95-point season over 56 games. Well, but Cliff, how many of those points are scored against the Senators and Flames and Canucks? How many of those points are scored against the bad teams? I have my name spelled wrong the first time. Rip Carter. Let's go. Michel Therrien. Habs, there's no way we're rehiring Michel Therrien, in my opinion. Do you think the Habs? Yeah, Dan. Any team has the potential to make it to the second round, you know, personally. That is true, Pablo. And the language restrictions mean we're not getting a choker in Boudreau and an asshole in Babcock. So at least there's always that. Third period is strong. Yeah, Randy, I agree with you, man. Government got mad at NHL and Habs owner Jeff Molson. Really, Habs? Why? Habs went quite fast so far. I like their chances about 3 minutes in. Flames came back the other way, had a few decent chances. Then Caufield actually gave the puck to Tatar, who created a good scoring chance for Ben Sherratt, but the slap shot was blocked in front. And then all of a sudden, Habs went to the power play. Sorry, you guys put up a good fight against the Flyers last year, but you guys just couldn't get. I mean, Carter Hart, like I said, if 60% of the Flyers goals didn't go off of Habs defensemen, would have been a completely different story. And I mean, Flyers, we'll take a round 2 this year. Well, I mean, we would, but you know, if Caufield plays next game, yeah, Hamburger Man, I'd love to get his first goal against the Leafs. Not because I hate the Leafs, just because I want Caufield to score his first goal. But it'd be nuts. It'd be awesome. Yeah, Habs can score an empty netter. Almost bit us in the ass. Yeah, almost. I remember when we thought Petrie was in the running for the Norris, Paul. Yeah. I mean, Petrie, if he hadn't gone on that cold streak of 9 games with only 1 point or 1 point in 9 games, he still probably could have been. Because Molson hired a non-French coach back in 2000. Really, Habs. I didn't know that. Canucks are second those points where McDavid and Draisaitl are concerned. Habs are first. Really, Cliff, thank you, man. They can't bring any coaches back. They can't bring any coaches back that have coached. Well, we obviously could because we brought back Terrian and Julian. Do you like Aaron Asham? Love Aaron Asham, Dan. Love Aaron Asham. One of my favorite former players. Love his style of hockey, the way he hit, the way he fought. Love Aaron Asham, honestly. One of my guilty pleasure players. Love you. Hey, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Love you too. Full non-homo. Full non-homo. Petrie's offense at the start was paper covering the cracks in our offensive struggles. Pavlo, is that a good thing or a bad thing? If you guys made it to the second round last year, I call an Islander. Really, Soviet Union. You call an Islander. I mean, I would understand why the Islanders were a deadly team, but I'd like to think that we maybe would have taken at least a game, maybe forced it to 6. Habs Guru really need a real change. I'm fine we lost to the Flyers. If we would have won, yeah, I would have played Tampa. I mean, Hamburger Man. It's only Tampa. Oh, not a good thing. Okay, so yeah, paper covering the crack. Oh, paper covering, not in the crack. Covering. I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Who do you think will be the big free agent? Honestly, Gabriel Landeskog. I think Landeskog is going to be the big big FA this year, in my opinion, Fazio. I don't think Colorado resigns him for one reason or another. I think Gabriel Landeskog honestly ends up going to free agency. Oh, fuck. Boudreau speaks French. Oh, God. Fuck. Bergevin's smarter than that. I know Bergevin, well, not personally, but I'd like to think I know Bergevin, at least partly in what he does, and he's smarter than hiring Bruce Boudreau. I mean, for regular season, he would be smart to hire Boudreau, but for playoffs, no. Paper over the cracks. Okay, no problem. The cracks. Okay, no problem, Pablo. Thank you, man. But yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, definitely not a good thing. Cole smiled, dude. Oh God, Babcock. Does Babcock speak French? Let's be honest, we would have beat. If we would have beat the Islanders, we probably. Yeah, Carter Hart. Honestly, definitely. You guys probably would have gotten swept by the Lightning. Dan, great movie, The Rocket. Never seen The Rocket because I don't speak French, so I wouldn't have understood like 99% of the movie. Future lineup projections, Mike. Jesus. I definitely want to do a video on that in the future instead of saying it here, but because I've said before, I think our left wing depth could be something like me, Carroll, Raphael Pinard, and there's another guy I forget who. Luke. Center depth probably Suzuki, Kotkaniemi. I can't even think right now. Right wing obviously Caufield. Left wing probably actually Toffoli, and you put someone over on the right side. Maybe Anderson, Gallagher in his final years. I'd have to do a video on that. My apologies, Mike. Oh yeah, Josh Brook definitely I think would insert potentially in the next 2 years on our blue line. I think we give him a chance in the next 2 years. I do think we keep him in the AHL next year, but I do think in 2 years we give him a chance for the NHL. What would you do if you woke up and seen Boudreau and Babcock hired by Montreal? Boudreau, I'd just not like it, but I'd trust him. Babcock, though, I would legitimately I would just boycott the Montreal Canadiens. Boudreau or Keenan, Boudreau 100% Enor tap. Boudreau, he chokes in the playoffs. Keenan was just a straight-up asshole, in my opinion. Patrick Hagren is a Leaf. Thank you, TBI. I hope you're sending me these in DMs so I remember. Bergevin's to hire Gretzky as a coach, Soviet Union, Jesus. Do you want us to lose? I mean, you probably do. Because you're in the same division as us. Right now, at least. Harry said to Morse Code 11, Alexa, activate bandwagon the Islanders. Thank you, high quality. Babcock went to Montreal for school. Did he actually have? I didn't know that. No worry, man. Hey, Mike, thank you very much, man. I greatly appreciate it. That is a video I do want to do. I definitely do want to do, like, how could the Habs lineups look in 3 years, for example, or if everyone pans out, how could the Habs lineups look like? I think that'd be a really cool video to make, Mike. So thank you actually for bringing that to my attention. I think that would be really cool to do. Any offseason trades for the Habs? Faggio, I'll be honest, I don't know why, but I see Bergevin. I know he doesn't like to go after the big fishes and whatever. I honestly think he might trade for Patrick Laine. I think he's going to trade for the rights to Laine, even if he has to give up, say, a conditional second, for example, or conditional first. I think he signs Laine on, say, a 2-year deal. And I've mentioned it before, kind of like hey, we'll give you 2 years, prove your 50 goal score or whatever, and we'll let you go to restricted free agency and we'll take whatever offer sheet you get, unless you want to take a pay cut at the end of those 2 years, I honestly, for some reason, I see us offer sheeting Laine. Like, it's not going to be a thing, we're just going to trade for him for a sixth for his rights, but no, I think it's going to be, I think we're going to somehow manage to get Patrick Laine. Did Montreal try to get Galchenyuk from the Canes? I don't know, high quality. I actually don't know. Soviet Union, I'm not going to try and change your mind because I think Horvat is kind of elite. But Huberdeau is coming here in the offseason. Enortap, I mean, if we let Danault go, maybe it's a thing where, Danault signed an extension, or maybe it's, say, Huberdeau for Danault and something else, because you likely have to include something if you're getting back Jonathan Huberdeau, not just Danault. And then, Huberdeau for Danault and something else. Danault immediately signs extension with the Panthers, for example. I'd love that, honestly. Yeah, we have the Louis Eriksson signing to thank for letting Tanev into Toffoli walk. Cliff, I feel so bad for that Louis Eriksson signing, man. Like, not only for you guys, but for him. Like, I'm sure if he would have taken that money and he would have loved to still be an elite performer. It sucks that he's kind of turned into what he's been right now. Do you think Wall might be the president of hockey ops? Hamburger Man, I think that'd be interesting. I don't know what the president of hockey operations do for their teams, honestly. I'll be honest, I don't know what they do. But I think it'd be fun to see Wall back in the organization like that. Yeah, Habs. I mean, Babcock is a good coach. I will admit that. But just I don't like how abusive he seems to be. Yeah, I don't like that. Julian coached twice. What do you mean? Yeah, Paul. Yeah, I read that from Luna. I was like, Julian coached twice. What do you mean? Like, she was pointing that out to you. But yeah, I see why you could have thought that. Line is going to the Leafs because every team is broke apart from Toronto. Yes, high quality. You know what? I think high quality. You just won comment of the night. You just won comment of the night. Line is coming to the Leafs because every team is broke apart from Toronto. Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, I could potentially see Line to Leafs if he takes a massive pay cut, if they get rid of, say, Kerfoot and don't re-sign, say, Simmons and Spezza, because I do honestly think Spezza potentially does retire at the end of this year, unfortunately, because I'd love to have Jason Spezza go back to the Leafs for another year. But yeah, I honestly could potentially see Laine to the Leafs if they make some type of trade to clear a lot of cap for him. Montreal is $10 million for next year. Really, Habs? I didn't know that. Thank you. What do you think the chances of the Habs going to the Stanley Cup? Not even winning, but just going? I'll put it at 2%, honestly. I'll put it at 2%. I don't think there's a high percentage. I'd love for it to happen, obviously. It's just I don't think it's a high percentage. Babcock has anger issues. Yeah, he did Spezza, Tavares, Marner. I think it was Chris Chelios he did wrong. Mike Commodore, he robbed him of, I think, his 1,000th game. Yeah, it was something crazy like that. Like, it was just really, really nuts, that situation. And, yeah, I don't like Babcock for those reasons. But yeah, he did Spezza, Tavares, and Marner dirty for sure. I'm about to do something evil. Might be a pro sim. I'm going to trade all of Montreal's draft picks for the next 5 years for Eric Carlson, and Pete, and Phil Kessel. Thank you, Soviet Union. I appreciate it, man. Guess not. Wait, Paul, did you say something? Did you say something? Because I don't think I... Oh, okay. Your last comment was the Luna thing, is what I read. Drouin, Paling, Lindgren third for Huberdeau and a second. Enortap. I don't get what everyone wants to trade Paling for. Honestly, I think Paling was going to be a really good. I think Palin's going to be a really solid center for us. I do think it would have to end up being Danault you trade. I think it has to be like, say, take out Paling and put in Danault. I think Drouin, Danault, Lindgren in the third for Huberdeau in the second, for example, like that base trade, I think would be solid. I'd love Laine to the Habs. The headlines of, Laine versus Matthews, Montreal versus Toronto would be nuts. Like, just imagine having goal scoring depth of Caufield, Laine, Toffoli, Anderson, Gallagher. Like, just imagine having this amount of goal scoring. That'd be fucking incredible. Who are the picks for coming out of the divisions? Marcus, for me, yours are Leafs, Pens, Knights, Canes. Really, mine are honestly Jets, Islanders, Knights, and Canes as well. So I agree with you on the last two. It's just for me, I do think the Jets and I think the Jets and Isles can get out of it. I do think the Leafs definitely have what it takes, but I think very slightly the Jets get past the Leafs. Well, not now. Just kidding. 1,000 game for Mike Modano. I wasn't to say. No way Habs hire. Yeah, Jeremiah. Jeremiah, by the way, thank you for coming by to the stream, man. Appreciate it. I'd love to see the Canadiens hire a non-French speaking coach, but yeah, unfortunately, it seems like they won't. Yeah, 1,000 games for Modano. That was nuts. If Bergevin gets fired, new GM list Stan Bowman, Dale Talon, Patrick Wall, Claude Julien. I don't think Julien or Dorion would really want to be GMs. I could see Wall potentially being the GM. Stan Bowman, I think. Dale Talon, don't know about that. Habs have 15 million plus who are they taking expansion? So, Sean, either way, we get cap space. Hines, how's it going, man? Who would you like to play the playoffs? Dan, Toronto. I think we have the best chance of beating them, which is still kind of meh. But I think we have the best chances of beating the best chances we have are beating Edmonton. So I'd love to face Edmonton in the first round. If I had to rank them, Edmonton for how easy are the beat, Leafs because playoffs, and then Jets, I would not want to face in the playoffs at all. Nice win, but my Stars are giving me heart attacks, no T. Jesus, Dadius. Hope they're able to win, man. If I had to guess for Montreal trade, it would be Getzlaf. Yeah, I see what you mean, high quality. I mean, Getzlaf is done after this season, his current contract. So if anything, it'd probably have to be a free agency signing. I could definitely see us signing Getzlaf on like a 1 year, just a depth deal. But yeah, I do think, I mean, that's the thing, high quality. These are the guys that traded that traded for Laine and Roslovic and gave up Dubois. These are the guys that did that. Nobody wants Drouin. Jeremiah, I want Drouin. I want Drouin. Tap. I traded D prospect of ours over Paling. Yeah, Hamburger Man, exactly. Like you can afford. We have 7 solid defensive prospects. We can afford to lose one of them if it means helping out our defense, because you have 12 forwards and you have 6 defensemen. Like you kind of need forward prospects over defense. Like obviously you still need defense, but just slightly. I would have brought up Paling before Caufield, but with this whole limit to the taxi squad, hoping maybe, yeah, Luna, I think it would be nice to see Paling. I think calling up Caufield was maybe a good idea in terms of getting him up faster, but I definitely think Paling will see him next year, most likely, 100%. Paul, the money we save on Tatar, Danault, Armia, whoever Kraken take means solid signing. I mean, Paul, I do think we still resign Danault, unless, like I said, it's like a Danault for Huberdeau. Danault immediately signs extension with the Panthers, for example. I could see something like that maybe, but I do think unless we don't do something like that, I do think Danault stays in Montreal. I definitely see Tatar leaving, even though he is our second leading offensive forward right now, and Armia we can kind of afford to leave. I remember when Crosby got drafted. Now he's at 1,030 games. Damn, Cliff. Yo, John coming in with the HTH raid. Let's go, John. John, buddy, thank you so much for the raid, man. John, it means a lot. HTH. Guys, if any of you guys that are in here that haven't checked them out yet, please go check out Hot Take Hockey. Dude is incredible. Dude grinds his ass off streaming, making videos, and dude just finished school. Big Hot Take Hockey hype. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me call out all these names real quick. Me and a Million, Canadian Bacon, Dylan, Hockey Kid, Wassine, Jens 95 apparently Jens 95 rated me with a 1-man raid from Wassine. High Quality Drawing, Hey Now, Bolt, Minnesota Aviation, Living La Barbara, Gabriel, Sabrina, Alex, Habs for Life. Love that name, by the way. Thank you guys, Derek. Jesus, thank you guys so much for the HTH raid. Jacob, Gabriel Jacobs, thank you so much, man. Thank you guys so much for the raid. Wow, that's honestly nuts. Bo Bear, how's it going, man? Chris Taps, let's go. Thank you guys so much for the HTH raid. It means a lot, man. Yeah, Luna, thank you. Oh no, HTHB rating. Remember, hit the like button, people. Luna, thank you so much. Thank you guys for the 28 likes. That means a lot, baby. Let's go, boys. Where am I? Bo Bear, thank you for subscribing to the channel. That means a lot, man. Appreciate it. Stan Bowman's running Team USA right now in the Hawks and the Hacks. Yeah, from Boston all of a sudden. And the Hawks. No way he is taking the Habs job ever, bearing the Blackhawks. Yeah, Jeremiah, I see what you mean. Really, Hines, Guy Boucher will coach for us. I can see that. Imagine if the Leafs decide to sign McDavid in 2015. Yeah, I called you drawing. That would be nice. How money would it have been? Oh, how nutty. Jeremiah, it would have been nuts. It would have been absolutely nuts if Jeremiah scored on that shot he took. That would have been nuts. Ian or Tap, I think the playoff roster does increase. Reason I say Claude is GM because Molson's best friend. Molson kind of hit that. Bergevin gets fired. Claude will be the GM. Molson made a big promise to Claude. I don't know about that, Habs. I don't know about that, man. Yo, my computer's starting to run slow. Jesus. Hey, Bolt, thank you, man. Derek, let's go. Harry Rice rate. Damn, apparently I'm rating myself. What do you think of Tatar for Taylor Hall? Wasim, I don't really like that, honestly. I like Taylor Hall, just he's not meant to be a superstar personally. I definitely think that Tatar would be a better fit for the Canadiens. Who subbed? Alec. Alec, did you sub? If you did, thank you, man. But it was BoBear10 that subbed. You think Cale Fleury may move? I don't know if he'd crack the roster for the Habs next year. I believe he's waiver eligible. Darwin, I think Fleury potentially moves. I mean, I do think we give him a chance in the preseason. Definitely, it's just I don't know if it's for sure that he would, get an actual roster spot. Did the Leafs almost sign? Well, high quality drawing. I don't know about that because Leafs would have had to draft McDavid. I know that the Canadiens, fun fact, in 2017, before Subban Weber, they apparently offered Edmonton Weber or Subban for Draisaitl, but Edmonton unfortunately backed out the last second because that would have been nuts getting Leon Draisaitl. Yeah, super cool of John for the raid. John, thank you so much again for the raid. Thank you guys for the 33 likes, by the way. It means a lot, buddy. Have a great night. Jeremiah, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Jens 95 is a little joke. Hey, well, Wasim, thank you, man. 5-1 Oilers. Hey, Cliff, those Canucks are coming back, man. I'm calling it. Yeah, your Jets the Jets are coming back. I keep forgetting they're not playing the Canucks right now. Oh, Derek, I'm sorry to hear your Avs lost, man. Where am I? Yeah, Habs went to the power play. Derek Ryan got called for tripping. We were lucky it wasn't 4-on-4. We tripped a Flame right afterwards. Giordano then got called for tripping as well. It was 5-on-3, and we would score. Shea Weber blasts one past Markstrom from Tomas Tatar and Jeff Petrie. It was 1-0 Canadiens. Weber with a really solid slap shot. Habs weren't able to score on their next power play, and surprisingly, no Caufield out that time. 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. Then Corey Perry took an accidental high sticking. Yeah, Calvin. Ganawage, let's go. Big hype. Derek White represent. Thank you, Calvin. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming by, sir. That would have been Chiarelli's worst trade for sure, Darwin. Subban for Draisaitl would have been the worst trade ever. You're the GOAT, Mike Fiore. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, Pablo, that rejected deal. Like, the fact that he was even considering it would have been nuts. The Habs drafted. Yeah, Dan, I have seen that Aaron Asham Jay Beagle fight. I keep forgetting the Habs drafted Aaron Asham. The rivalry between Toronto and Edmonton, yeah, it's very tame, high quality, unfortunately. Hey, let's go. Stars came back. Where's Dadius, man? Where's Dadius? Dadius needs to come up in here, man. Where am I, actually? Yeah, Perry took an accidental high sticking penalty. That really sucked. And the Flames would score on the power play. Sherratt made a really good shot block, but no puck luck, just went right back to Elias Lindholm. And he put it home. It was a tied-up game just like that, and we were 0 for 1 on the PK tonight. Oh, thank you very much for coming by to the stream and listening to me not sneeze because I was able to mute. Gustafsson bumped into Caufield, nearly cost us with 7 left in the first. but thankfully we were able to stop. Or not with 7 left in the first, but the Flames weren't able to score on it. I forget when it came. I think it was like 9 minutes in. What player from another team could be a good help for the Habs? Wasim. I think Jonathan Huberdeau. A lot of people have said Huberdeau potentially to Montreal. I could see it happening. I think he would definitely help. Weber rebound. Weber for North. Thank you, high quality. And yeah, Weber actually scored with a slap shot, and he actually hit the net. The Rocket is in English, just little of the title. Oh, Dan, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Dan, I think you might be a long ways behind on the stream. I think the Habs offered like Subban in the 9th pick for their pick and Draisaitl or something like that. Habs are wanting Dubois, and in an alternate universe, Habs have Dubois and Draisaitl. And Darwin, I like to think in an alternate universe, we've kind of won a Stanley Cup by now. Hey, let's go, Derek. Hey, Harry, I don't know if you remember like 15. That was because I went on HH. Hey, Gabriel, dude, Gabriel. Oh my God, I didn't even think of you requesting a raid again. Thank you, Gabriel, for requesting the trade, man. Means a lot, buddy. Thank you so much, dude. Means a lot. Dan, Aaron Ashman's from Manitoba. Thank you for the Aaron Ashman facts, man. Appreciate it. Habs not playing great at all. The shots were 3-2 Flames with 7 left in the first. Habs kind of slowed down from what they were doing in the first few minutes. Flames controlled the final few minutes. They were trying to get the 2-1 lead, but then Caufield had a solid chance that almost created a Habs goal late. What do you think of Dubois in Montreal for Drouin? We'll see. If it's Dubois for Drouin, I'd like that trade. Dubois, I feel, is a little bit dirty. And while I love Drouin's playmaking, I do think Dubois would be a slightly better player, personally. Dubois, you mean Wayne Simmons punching bag? Yeah, high quality. Let's go. End of the first shots were 6-4 Flames, but it was tied 1-1. Early in the second, Habs not really playing that great. I don't have a good feeling. Shea Weber then spent the first 3 minutes of the second period on the ice because we kept icing the puck. So Weber had to spend 3 minutes on the ice to start the third. Yeah, Columbus will give you Drouin for Laine. Yeah, Darwin. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll take that. Habs gave the puck up way too much. This was pure Claude Julien hockey right now. McDavid for the hat trick. Let's go. Both teams were really not playing great. Habs giving the puck up, but Flames not able to capitalize too well. Flames were really dominating the Canadiens at this point. They were getting lots of chances staying in our zone. Habs came back the other way. For some reason, not getting a nearly wide open Caufield the puck. Dino had an easy shot, but it was a save. Yeah, a lot of people are going nuts for a McDavid hat trick. Damn. This was just embarrassing. We don't deserve the small chance we have to win this game. Flames were just dominating us now. Dano's line got a solid rush, but couldn't create much. Josh Anderson then just had a good shot, but it was just tipped wide by Josh Anderson had a good shot, but it was just tipped wide by Rasmus Anderson on Calgary. Habs were starting to heat up just a little bit, and we were looking to try at least. Drouin, yeah, Habs for life. I can see why Drouin's your favorite player, man. It's just personally, I feel like if it's between keeping Drouin and trying to improve the team by using Drouin as a trade piece, I feel like we'd unfortunately trade Drouin. Oilers, yeah, Darwin. Oilers and Jets is battling for home advantage at this point. Yeah, 6-1 the Leafs and Oilers. Yeah, really give the Jets migraines. Why didn't Habs go after Laine when the Jets let him go? I think he would have. Dan, basically, Habs didn't go after Laine because they didn't want to pay the price that Columbus was paying, which was Dubois and Roslovic. And I believe that the Jets actually wanted one of either Suzuki or Caufield. So they wouldn't have wanted to trade one of those guys as well. Plus, like high quality drawing is saying, it was also cap space. We would have had to try and fit Laine under the cap space. Jamie Benn with the OT winner. Thank you, Wasim. Let's go, boys. Jamie Benn, big hype, boys. And then, holy shit, we scored. Suzuki started to play. Really great move by him. Yeah, really, really great move by him. Yeah, oh my God, you did. TBI, I didn't update the sheet during stream. I actually updated it before stream. I updated it like 5 minutes beforehand. Passed the puck to Armia. Got it to Toffoli, who got a great, passed it up to Toffoli, who got a great shot. Went to Armia, passed it to Toffoli on his second attempt. Boom, back of the net. Toffoli then has a 4-game goal streak. What a move by Suzuki to start the play and help out. It's 2-1 Canadiens. Suzuki to start the play and help out. It's 2-1 Canadiens. Habs then went to the PK less than a minute to go. Actually, this goal came with about 2.5 minutes left. The Habs then went to the PK less than a minute to go. Never liked seeing this. Sherrod box for holding. I put Ducharme help us take less penalties. This chat is really starting to get diverse form. Different teams. Now we only need some Tampa and Boston fans. High quality for sure, man. Wolverine, hell yeah, man. Hopefully Caufield can end up being our line A as a really good goal scorer. I was keeping my eye on Caufield a lot tonight when he was on the ice, and I really liked what he was bringing to the Canadiens. He was looking to set up and looking to try and like sneakily slide, and he was over in Ovechkin's spot a lot because that's where he scores from a lot of the time. I really, really liked what the kid was bringing tonight. He was kind of doing small things correctly. Big things right obviously as well, but I really like the small things that Caufield was bringing to his game tonight. Really, really liked that. Thankfully, Flames were not able to score during the second, but they will start the third on the power play. Canadiens led the second 2-1. Shots, though, were 14-13 Flames. Habs were able to kill off the Flames power play, looking a little bit shaky to start. I put the stare accidentally, but they do solid in the second half of it. Or the Habs were looking a bit shaky to start, but they did solid in the second half, getting some good puck clearing. What's your favorite memory of Andrew Shaw and the Habs? Wolverine. Oh my God, my Wolverine. Wolverine. Favorite memory of Andrew Shaw and the Habs? Honestly, I don't think I have one. Just because when Shaw was on the Habs, I was in my first season of watching the Canadiens, so I just watched. I didn't really pay attention to any players. And second season, I just kind of like wasn't noticing him too much, unfortunately. So unfortunately, I don't think I really have a favorite memory of Shaw on the Habs. Kotkaniemi, Caufield, Suzuki, line, it would be, Darwin. That would make up 4/6 of a fantastic top six because you get Caufield and Suzuki who can, Caufield and Line who can score. Probably Galley as well, who's a really good goal scorer. You have Toffoli and Anderson who could be goal scorers there. You potentially have Deneau. You have so many guys that could be on a really solid top six for the Canadiens there. Nathan McKinnon for Kotkaniemi. Rocha, I don't care about your mock draft just yet. I will watch that eventually. Even though it's NFL, I don't know what you'd be talking about. Nathan McKinnon for Kotkaniemi. Do you think it's good or not? Yes, for us, definitely good for us because we get Nathan McKinnon, who's an elite. I believe he's a left winger, elite top 10 player in the league, in my opinion. Kotkaniemi, who could be a really solid second line center for the Avalanche. It's god awful. For the Avalanche, it's awful. For us, it's great. I basically asked that because, yes, Wolverine, I unfortunately do know that Andrew Shaw did retire due to concussions. 29 years old. Dude probably had 5 years left if he didn't have concussions, at least 5 years. I did ask for a hashtag thank you Shaw earlier in the chat, boys. If you want to do that again, that's greatly appreciated. Definitely a thank you Shaw. Puts his body on the line. Thankfully won 2 Stanley Cups before he retired. And Dan, 4 points for McDavid. That's nuts. Yeah, exactly. High quality drawing. Remember, teams, just keep McDavid and Dry contained. If Colorado loses Landeskog, wouldn't be surprised if they did try pushing for Drouin, possibly to reunite McKinnon. Really, Darwin? Could be interesting. I mean, it depends what we could get for Jonathan Drouin from Colorado. I think it'd be interesting. Wow, Predators won 4-1. Wow. So my prediction was right then that Florida actually did choke. 3 teams clinching playoff spots tonight. Tape to tape. How's it going, buddy? Thank you for coming by to the stream, man. Greatly appreciated. Where am I? Canadians got a bit of momentum. They were having some good chances. Tatar got robbed by Jacob Markstrom. Tatar got the puck, did kind of a little bit of a spinorama and shot it. Markstrom finds it, makes it look easy. Great save there. Exactly what seemed. Thank you, Shaw. He was a key player in Montreal, definitely. Great top 6 guy from Montreal. Habs went back to the power play. Giordano called for hooking. Shorthanded Mikhail Backlund with a chance 11 seconds in, but we were able to break it up at the last second. Caufield stayed around the Ovechkin zone, but we just weren't able to get the puck to him, unfortunately. Then repeat with Weber there as well in the second half of the power play. So we were 1 for 3 on the power play. Sure. So we were 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Garfield. Caufield was great tonight, in my opinion. Not great, but I'd say he was really solid tonight. He had some really, really solid chances. Had some good shots. Less than a minute into the game, probably had his best chance. Really liked what he was doing. He was looking to slide in to those empty. Carfield and Garfield. He was looking to slide into some of those lanes that weren't well covered by. I'm hungry. I want some Lasaga. Looking to cover some of those zones that weren't well covered by Flames players and trying to get there to get the puck. Fazio, hey, I'm really sorry to hear about the Jets losing, man. But hey, third period, it's possible. It's possible. Believe in your team. Yeah, Oshie in Montreal, Wasim, not in his current contract. I would hate that. But if it's like Oshie from like 2014, 2015, I'd love Oshie on the Canadiens. I think he would have been a great top six forward. Shark Roshek, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Brian, how's it going, man? Congrats on the 2-1 victory. Looks like it's true. Every time someone makes an NHL debut for a team, the team gets the victory. Hey, Brian, thank you, man. And thankfully it does seem to be legitimate. I'm glad the Montreal Canadiens were able to win for Cole Caufield tonight. Sometimes something tells me that since there's a lack of containing McDavid and Draisaitl whenever they face high quality drawing, I think it's the Leafs and the Oilers second round. I mean, that's the thing, is if they learn to contain those two guys, then 100% it's Leafs and Jets. Bob Cannon, how's it going, sir? Thank you for coming by to the stream. Sens did once, someone can do it again. What do you mean high quality drawing? Oh, for 5-1. Yeah, true. If the Sens can do it, anyone can do it. Pretty much. Habs got some more pressure, looking solid, but unfortunately Toffoli took a tripping penalty. It was just one where his stick got caught up in the guy's skates. He couldn't get it out in time and took the penalty. Flames not looking good at all. They couldn't set up. They were missing passes. This was really unlike what the Flames were playing tonight. I think Canadians were just playing solid hockey at that point and kind of screwing up the Flames because of that. They even iced the puck and gave up, therefore, actually 2 offensive zone face-offs to us, one on the icing, and then just one on a shot that was blocked. Bobrovsky to Montreal is a backup to Price. Wasim, if the salary cap ceases to exist, then I think Bobrovsky to Montreal as a backup would be great. Just start putting sticks there. Exactly, high quality drawing. Just start putting sticks all over them. Just have like 4 guys guarding McDavid and 1 guy on the other 4. They won't be able to. Yeah, Fazio, on the contract he's on right now, hell no, $20 million for a goaltending is not good. But if, like I said, if somehow the salary cap ceases to exist, then I wouldn't mind that. I do wish whichever Canadian team makes it to the third round the best of luck. I'd really like to see. Yeah, Darwin, I'd love to see a cutback in Canada as well. Like, I don't even care if it's not Montreal. As long as it's not Edmonton, I just want to see a cutback in Montreal. Or I want to see a cutback in Montreal. I want to see a cutback in Canada. Dallas really starting to come on hard now. Would be great first round match with Carolina. Tap, definitely. I think Carolina, Dallas would probably go at least 6. I think Carolina would take it, but it would probably go 6 at least. Still won't be a lock for the Habs to get through the playoffs. 3 games against the Leafs, 2 against Ottawa, 1 against the Jets. We've struggled against Ottawa and Toronto. We still need 2 wins somehow. I mean, if we can get that game against the Jets and take 1 at least against the Leafs and 1 against the Sens, that's 6 more points. If the Flames are stagnating like they potentially might be after this game, if they're able to start stagnating, then I'd love that, honestly. I'd love for us to get those 6 points and the Flames start stagnating. Canucks as well, hopefully. And plus, I honestly kind of love that the Flames and Canucks play each other for the final 4 games of the year. If they split that series, that's kind of whatever, Any chance you beat Leafs and Halfaggio, I think there was a bit of a chance if Price starts going God mode again, if our offense clicks more than theirs, if we are able to shut down their top players and their depth, then I definitely think we could. Really high quality. You think Carolina dominates Dallas in 4? Damn. Tap, I'd love a cup in Toronto because my best friend's a Leafs. High quality. You think Carolina dominates Dallas in 4? Damn. Tap, I'd love a cup in Toronto because my best friend's a Leafs fan. John's Hot Take Hockey is a Leafs fan. I know a few Leafs fans, and I know they'd be really happy. You're 4 on McDavid. You're 4 on 1 McDavid on everyone. You're 4 on 1. You're 4 on McDavid. 1 on everyone else. Strategy is brilliant. Thank you, Cliff. I will be sure to alert the NHL and tell them about my brilliant plan. I'm sure every NHL team besides Edmonton will be calling me for a head coaching job. That's how good I am at coming up with these strategies. Thank you, Cliff. I appreciate it, sir. Nashville, Dallas, and Hawks. Who's going to make it in? Fangio, I think the Stars. I know the Hawks are only, 2 points back, and I think I think Stars have like 4 games in hand with like 5 points back or something like that. I do think Stars make it in, but I definitely think the Hawks have a really close chance personally. Dan, thank you, man. I appreciate it. If Habs make playoffs, which team will they play against, do you think? We'll see them probably Leafs in the first round if they somehow get past them. I could see it being the Jets, and if they somehow get past the Jets, I think it would be Carolina, I think would be the first seed, I think. Yeah, high quality drawing Mrazek is a scary goalie. Dallas probably gets rocked, but I like to think that series goes 6. Harry, if you're the Montreal coach, who's your starting goalie from here on? Bob, for the next, say, 2-3 games, Allen, see how Price is doing. If Price comes in and does great, Price. But personally, I would make Allen the starter for now and give Price 2 of the last 4 games of the year. Rest Price on the last night of the regular season, unless of course it ends up being like, teams move to the US for the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, then you get like 2 weeks rest and whatever. But if you're playing, say, 3 days later for the start of the playoffs, then I'd absolutely go with Allen on your last night and then start Price in the playoffs. As much as I don't like Price in the regular season this year, dude just goes off in the playoffs. So I'd probably go, technically, Allen is your starting goaltender for the regular season, and work Price a little bit, and then run with Price in the playoffs. I can see a Leafs Habs series going back and forth up to 7. It'll be very physical, and if Caufield plays lights out, by then, I mean, that changes Montreal. Yeah, Oreo guy, that definitely changes Montreal completely. Honestly, I would absolutely love to. I'd absolutely love to see Caufield playing great against the Leafs. I definitely think it could go to 7, but I do think it goes in 5 if the Canadiens play the way they were. If they play the way they did tonight, Leafs in 6. I think they get an extra win. Hey, Chev, I got a new strategy for the games against the Oilers. Thank you, Fazio. I hope we can win in round 1. All I say is that the Pens do not look like high quality. The Pens did not look like the Pens last year. The Pens don't look like in win in round 1. All I say is that the Pens do not look like high quality. The Pens did not look like the Pens last year. The Pens don't look like the Pens from last year. Hey, Dan, you want to start a podcast, man? Go ahead and do it, man. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm happy if Montreal plays Edmonton. I'd want to play them the most, honestly. Unless you're a fan of Edmonton, which in that case, I kind of don't want them. I think Seguin might be back soon for Dallas, really. They beat Carolina in 7. That'd be nuts. I would definitely... Yeah, Bob, I'm glad you agree, man. Like, I'd go Allen for now, and then, like I said, start Price in the postseason. If he struggles or if he's injured, knock on wood, then you go with Allen, I would think. But right now, I would start Price in the playoffs, rest him a bit in the regular season, go with Allen. Where am I, actually? Habs are getting pressure, and they were looking good now. Their board play was getting better as the game went on. Merrill, of all people, had a solid chance, had a lot of wide open space, and kind of took advantage of it, just wasn't able to score. Evan Speed tonight was really good. I loved what this kid brought to the Canadiens. He looks incredible every time he's in the lineup. He gives it 110%, it seems. Love Jake Evans, and I think he's going to be a great fourth-line center. Unless somehow the Kraken are seeing what I'm seeing as well, and they're like, we need that kid in our lineup. Let's get Jake Evans, Unless I said Jake Allen, I meant Jake Evans. We are slowly getting back to a 2016 Leafs team, and that is a pretty formidable now. With extra depth. I think the vets are conserving. Yeah, high quality drawing. It seems like they might be conserving their energy, which in my opinion, I think is very scary for the Canadiens, because Spezza and Thornton and Simmons, if those guys start going off against the Canadiens, then yeah, it's definitely going to be nuts. I think it'll be Montreal versus Toronto. Yeah, Cliff, I think it'll be Montreal Toronto as well. Matthews versus Toffoli, that'd be nuts, honestly. I'm very sure that if we follow a goalie plan, I think is what you mean. Let Freddie play for 3 games. If we win all 3 games, switch to Campbell to shut them down. High quality, that could be interesting. As a Habs fan, I live and am born in Montreal. Hey, let's go. We'll see Montreal for life. Big hype, man. Big hype. If Price plays the way he did before when Galley got hurt, I will want him over Allen. Yeah, Ben. I think Price was playing good in net when Galley got hurt. Looking back, I think. Yeah, I think he could play good, but for me, I think Price plays so much better in the playoffs, in my opinion. Yeah, Habs guru. I think Habs got a big momentum boost from morale boost from Caufield's debut. I think they probably saw it at like, hey, this kid's in the lineup. It's his first game. Let's go out and let's try and win for him. Let's really try our hardest, and they did. If Montreal plays Toronto in playoffs, then we should really be cautious when we show them in the next 4. Yeah, Tab, definitely. Like if we go out there and, for example, do if we, for example, go out there and show what we're going to have in the playoffs, then yeah, that's not good because the Leafs can just go out and be like, okay, this is what they're probably going to do in the playoffs. Boom, just be something where it's like, okay, don't give exactly your playoff plan, for example. Just give a variation of it or not even that at all, Imagine Wright goes into the draft and sees the Buffalo's first overall, calls the HL coach, hey, coach, yeah, I'm going to play another year with you because I'm not playing for Buffalo. Keep my locker. High quality drawing. I don't know if Matthews has done a big coast-to-coast goal. Probably. I just don't remember. Yeah, Ducharme scares me as a playoff in the playoffs, though. Don't know how we'll do as a coach. Yeah, Oreo guy, I don't know either, and I really hope he does good. I don't think that Anderson will play another game for Toronto. I think he's done there. Goaltending could be the Leafs' downfall if Soupy is just average. Damn. Wasim, 3 games price, 3 games out, depend on game 7. Damn, Wasim. I think that'd be interesting, honestly. I don't think I've ever seen a team go back and forth like that. And of course, I called you'd love Jack Eichel on the Leafs. I mean, I can't blame you. Jack Eichel is kind of a beauty. Weber nearly hit the empty net with about 2.5 left. Missed by mere inches. Habs are doing everything, pressuring the Flames late, but they just stopped every attempt at the empty net we have. 17.4 seconds left after we took an icing. Or 17.4 seconds. Massive. How much are you on YouTube? What do you on YouTube? Because I don't think I can be bought on YouTube. What do you mean? How much am I on YouTube? No, we are still keeping Freddie. I hope we still. Yeah, high quality. I definitely see why you'd want to resign Freddie. I think he's a really solid goalie. It's just don't know if you guys have the cap for that. If Kevin Adams did that Hall trade, never say yeah, Oreo guy for sure. Never say never, man. You probably do. Oh, you guys got Jack. You guys want Jack Eichel? Okay, give me a second round pick. Alex Kerfoot, that Martin Marincin kid you got. I think he could be a good prospect. And throw in that David Clarkson deal if you still got that. We'll take that on. Yes, Dan, I am on every Habs game. I go live after every single Montreal Canadiens game. So yeah, I do every Canadiens game. McDavid is the king of coast to coast. Split the defense and dangle the goaltender goal when the opposing team's defense. Yeah, Cliff. Unfortunately, I actually saw some emotion in Ducharme tonight. Really, Tap. I didn't actually. Probably because whenever they switch to disarm, I'm happy looking elsewhere. Not actually intentionally, just happened to be looking elsewhere, I guess. But hell yeah, that's awesome. If you saw some emotion to Charm, that's really good. But we did it. Holy shit. We knock off the Flames. 2-1 win. Final shots, 27-24 Habs. 6 points up with 1 game in hand. Holy shit, this is incredible is what I put. This was a nutty game, honestly, boys. Doesn't Campbell have playoff experience? He does. High quality drawing with the 2014 Kings. He does have playoff experience and a cup. Yeah, Dan. Best Hab. Guy Lafleur, number 10. Let's go. Wasim, yeah. Habs Caps. Stanley Cup final will be nuts, honestly. But yeah, guys. So as usual, we are going to do the Habs stats for the season, and then we are going to get to the outro. So Tyler Toffoli leads the Montreal Canadiens, 25 goals, 11 assists, 36 points. Jeff Petrie, 11 goals, 23 assists, 34 points. Tomas Tatar, 10 goals, 19 assists, 29 points. Nick Suzuki, 9 goals, 20 assists, 29 points. Josh Anderson, 17 goals, 6 assists, 23 points. Jonathan Drouin, 2 goals, 21 assists, 23 points. Brendan Gallagher, who's unfortunately currently injured, 13 goals, 9 assists, 22 points. Philippe Deneau, 4 goals, 17 assists, 21 points. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, 5 goals, 15 assists, 20 points. Sorry, Discord is just starting to open up for me. Corey Perry, 9 goals, 8 assists, 17 points. Shea Weber, 6 goals, 12 assists, 18 points. Paul Byron, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points. Yoel Armia, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points. Joel Edmondson, 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points. I think Burrows with a few years more experience as assistant would be a good fit as head coach. Yeah, Cliff, I did see Burrows is a lifetime Habs fan, and when he was with the Canucks, I saw the tweet. When he was with the Canucks, he would often, before they would play, watch the Habs games beforehand at 7 before they would play at 10, which was really awesome, honestly. So yeah, I think the fact that Burrows is with the organization is awesome. I think he'd be a coach. Yeah, Ben, if we can get our top scorers and our top winger scoring in including Caufield, we definitely have a good chance in the playoffs, Ben. Yeah, Quip. Unfortunately, Suzuki hasn't been playing too well recently. I think he's had 2 points in his last 7 games, something like that. I mean, it's a sophomore slump, kind of. I mean, 29 points is a sophomore slump in a 56-game season. But recently he's not been playing too well, unfortunately. I mean, he had a good game. Oh, Quip is Taps. Thank you, Taps, for coming by, man. But yeah, I feel like Suzuki hasn't been playing too great either. I mean, he had a goal last game. He had a really good goal. But yeah, recently in terms of his overall play, unfortunately, seems to not be playing great. Hey, Bob. Okay, Harry, early morning for me tomorrow. Great show tonight as always. Thank you very much, Bob. I greatly appreciate it, buddy. Go Habs, go for sure, and enjoy your night, man. Thank you very much for coming by. And thank you guys for 39 likes. If we could hit 40 before the end of the stream, that would actually be really cool. Arturi Lekkonen with 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. Jake Evans, 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points. Brent Kulak, 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. Alexander Romanov, 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. Ben Sherratt, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points. Eric Stahl, 2 goals, and Eric Gustafson with 2 assists. I mean, it isn't easy being a new coach in a new Montreal team. It's like Sheldon when he was just joining the Leafs. Hopefully repeating what happened to us in Columbus to the Habs. High quality, man. Hopefully repeating what happened to us in Columbus to the Habs. What do you mean high quality? Do you want the Leafs to lose to the Habs? Yeah, Tap Suzuki has some life. I didn't see it in this game that much because I was paying more attention to Caufield, if anything. But yeah. What do you think would get Suzuki going? Oreo guy, probably putting him back with Drouin. Those guys had fantastic chemistry together last year in the playoffs, and this year I thought they were playing great together. Yeah, I think putting them back together would be great. Bob Cannon, cheers, man. Thank you for coming by. And thank you guys for 40 likes. That means a lot. Breaking news, Kovalchuk signs a Montreal $10 million 10-year deal. Joins Allstar on the hella overpaid deal list. Thank you, Faggio. I appreciate it, buddy. Michael Frolik, Xavier Ouellette, Otto Leskinen, John Merrill, and Cole Caufield, the Montreal Canadiens, to have played games with the Habs, who have not scored a point yet, but Caufield only 1 game. Merrill only is 3rd, I believe. Leskinen has only played 2. Some guys, Ouellette's played 4, and I forget who else it was. Has only played 3. So yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you so much for coming by to the stream. My name is Harry Rice. Thank you, guys. I felt like Montreal was playing kind of like Buffalo, no motivation at all. We wouldn't usually win 2-1 against Flames this game. Yeah, Taps, this game would normally be a blowout. Honestly, we did not play 60 minutes at all. We played 25 minutes. We played a lot of the third and the first 5 minutes of the first, in my opinion. We got lucky with that Toffoli goal. We played maybe a 30-minute game out of 60. The playoffs outcome with the same thing that happened to us happens to the Habs in the playoffs. I'm just messing around. Oh, thank you, high quality. Hopefully repeating what happened to us. There we go. Hopefully repeating what happened to us in Columbus to the Habs. I see what you mean. I called it. Thank you, man. Yeah, just messing around for sure, man. It's going to be a great series, though, for sure. If we get in, it's definitely going to be. I can't wait for the playoffs either, man. Can't wait for the playoffs either. High quality drawing. It's going to be fun. Ben, thank you for coming by. Dan, thank you for coming by. Dan from Winnipeg. If Ducharme suddenly became the best coach ever, that'd be nuts. But yeah, Taps, like I said, we played maybe a 30-minute game. Yeah, Taps, I felt like the first line was kind of shutting out Caufield, which sucks, honestly. It really sucks. But yeah, we'll definitely we'll see in the coming games if teams keep shutting down Caufield or attempting to, or if some teams are going to underestimate Caufield and somehow he's going to score a few. They'll probably have to do another bubble for the last 2 series of the playoffs. Yeah, Cliff, I did unfortunately hear that. We are doing terrible with COVID. But yeah, unfortunately, they'll probably have to move to the States, which means 2-week quarantine, unfortunately. But yeah, unless they do it before the playoffs and move the bubble to the US or move the teams to the US for the first round and just to have bubbles, then I'd understand. But yeah, Jack, I'm still streaming, just doing the outro. Tap, yes, the mouse did run across my floor right here in the cubby hole. I don't know if he's still there or whatnot, but yeah. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Harry. Thank you guys for the 43 likes. That's nuts, guys. Thank you all so much. My name is Harry. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, fair includes, but it's not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and everything else. My name is Harry. Subscribe to Puff Club, subscribe to the Easy Club, subscribe to the Sub, subscribe to the D Nation. If you remember the Mod Squad, thank you very much for moderating any comments on any videos and or streams that I post. Luna, yes, I do have a new friend. Actually, this is like the 3rd mouse I've had. 2 of them I had in a garbage can and put outside to be free. And one of them, like I said, yeah, Jack, I'm sorry, man. I have to end, man. We've been going for an hour and a half. My voice is trying to kill me a little bit. Plus, I got a movie to watch. My best friend. Let's go, Fagio. Third place now in the standings. You're the best, Harry. Ian Ortap, you're the best, man. Thank you so much for coming by to the stream. And thank you to the rest of you guys for coming by to the stream. And guys, while I'm doing the outro, if you guys don't mind, I would love to get some Triple Heart Squad in the chat, boys. Thank you so much. Drink water. I don't have any water up here, Jack Olson. I don't have water. Actually, I don't have anything to eat up here either. I'd have to go downstairs. Thank you, Luna, for the Triple Heart Squad, boys. Can we please get some Triple Heart Squad? Jack Olson, thank you, man. Honestly, I think we have a better chance of making the first round making the first round. I think me making the second round. If we fall to fourth and face the Leafs, really, Fazio. Thank you, Jack Olson, man. Keep up the great work, Harold. You're a legend. Take it easy, Pablo, man. You're a freaking legend as well, baby. Thank you guys for coming by to the stream. It means a lot, guys. It's awesome that so many people want to come by and listen to me talk about the Habs. It means a lot, guys. Thank you. You guys are the OGs. If ever we hit 50K or something like that, I'm gonna remember you guys the most as the original 500, the OG 500. Sabrina, Fazio, thank you guys for the Triple Heart Squad. It means a lot. Links description are my Discord. I'm going to mention that first this time. The Discord, I post notifications every time I go live and every time I post a stream. If you don't trust YouTube's notifications like I don't, you can go on there. We also have a sim league that we do, which, like I said, I mentioned earlier, if you've ever played franchise mode or dynasty mode, as it used to be called in the NHL games. Sorry, guys. If you ever played that in the NHL games, basically it's like that. It's like what GM Connected used to be, except you can do it with 29 other people if you're a GM, or you can be an AGM, or if teams want, they can hire you as like a coach if you just want to do their lines for them, I think it'd be really cool, honestly. I think that'd be really, really awesome to get more people involved. We have all 30. Hey, Jack Olson, you don't think you're in it? Well, join the Discord. Once I go live, once I end the stream, I'm going to post the thing in my own Discord again, be like, hey, if you missed it the first time, you can join, blah, blah, blah. But Jack Olson, if you're not in my actual Discord, join it. Links in the description, and I will invite you to the Sim League, as I will invite everyone else. Yeah, Fazio, I don't think Stahl's going to sign. I think Stahl's probably going to leave as a free agent, go back to either Minnesota or Carolina. But, yeah, guys, Discord, like I said, Amazon wishes PO Box in the PayPal in the description. It is greatly appreciated. Never at all asked for, though. If you guys want to send anything my way, it is greatly appreciated. Like I said, never asked for. You will get your name on the big ass not on board of non-donations, like all the special boys. Okay, so the Boomers, the DT Regulator, Blazy Boy, GGR, and Techno Junkie, who came in with the fucking nuts $100 donation. Your Sharks GM, A. Jack Olson. There's already a Sharks GM, but you could be a GM or coach if they want, because I believe it's also a Sharks fan. I think it's I forget who it is, but there's someone else that's actually a Sharks fan in there. If you donate to the PayPal, you get your name here. If anything is sent to me via the Amazon wish list and the PO Box, it is greatly appreciated. And like I said, never at all asked for. You will get a video of me unboxing whatever it is. If anything is sent to me, unless it's in the months of November, December, they will be held onto on my desk and opened during a special 25 Days of Harry Christmas Eve live stream. So yeah, guys, that'd be actually be really sick in my opinion. Jack, I'll sign you. Just come to my office at the OC. Damn, Fazio. Yeah, guys. Also in the description is my what's in the description? My speedrunning account. Now that I have control that works with my computer, I would definitely want to start doing more video gaming videos and of course more live streams. I think that'd be really fun to do overall. What else is in the description? I keep forgetting, honestly. Speedrunning account. I already mentioned that. I have some other goodies. My Twitch is actually in the description. Once I got my PS4 fixed, I do want to start. I do want to start doing more streams on there just to check out. Windy City Hockey came by right at the end of the stream, man. Windy City, how's it going, man? Thank you for showing up. Unfortunately, it's right at the end while I'm doing the outro, man. How was your day, man? How's your day, Windy City? But yeah, the Twitch, like I said, once I get my PS4 fixed, I want to do a few streams on there, see how that goes. I think it'd be really fun to do that. What else is there? Oh yeah, the final thing is my letterbox. It's where I rate and review movies. Very rarely I actually review them. Most of the time I just rate them. Check it out if you want to know movies I love. Unless you'd rather check out the video I made for Christmas Day last year, which may or may not be my top 100 movies of all time of 2020. Hey, Windy City, you've been busy. Hope it all slows down, man. Hope you're able to get yourself a little break, man. Thank you, by the way, for coming by if you've been busy. Thank you very much. yeah, also check it out if you want to know was I hate. Definitely want to do a video on that in the future. I think it'd be really fun to do so. Yeah, guys, that is going to end it for today's stream. Windy City, I'm sorry, but you came in right at the end of the stream. Thank you so much, though, for coming by. I'm going to miss Andrew Shaw. Windy City, man, yep. Unfortunately, Andrew Shaw did retire today. If you guys haven't heard, due to concussions, 29 years old. Yeah, that's definitely gonna suck. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Windy City, definitely. I'm gonna miss Andrew Shaw as well, man. Thankfully, he hasn't passed away. He's only retiring, so he will probably still be involved in hockey in some way, I think. But yeah, definitely hashtag thank you, Shaw. We're actually gonna end the stream today, boys, with a hashtag thank you, Shaw. If you go, actually, let's get hashtag thank you AS65. If you guys don't mind, hashtag thank you AS65 in the chat and the stream, boys. I'm gonna miss Andrew Shaw for sure. Windy City. I mean, thank you guys for Jan Misek in exchange for Andrew Shaw, and in exchange, you're welcome for Alex DeBrinket for Andrew Shaw. So kind of even there, in my opinion. Hell yeah, Luna. Thank you, Trip Art Squad. Hashtag thank you AS65. Thank you, Luna. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for coming by to the stream. It means a lot that you guys would want to come by and check out me. Thank you, Windy City. Thank you, AS65. Hashtag thank you, Mutt. Thank you, Windy City. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for coming by to the stream. It means a lot that you guys would want to check out a channel like me that reviews the Habs games and all of that. It means a lot, guys. I love you all so much for coming by. Thank you again, guys, so much for 500 subscribers. It means a lot. I'm going to get out of here now, guys. Join the Discord if you haven't already. It means a lot. Thank you all so much. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Ian Ortap. Thank you for AS. Hashtag thank you, AS65. Andrew Shaw, baby. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, or I already did my outro. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Stay classy, boys. Ale Montreal. And please always remember, go Habs, go, baby. Let's go.